Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougars Sports Network as we bring you 3C2A women's basketball action. The Glendale Vaqueros and the College of the Canyons Cougars in a big matchup in the Western States Conference South. I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to have you along with us as always. Well, as we said, this is a very big matchup in the Western States Conference South Division. The top two teams in the division at the moment in COC and Glendale. It's been a very good run for both teams through the conference season at the moment. When you look right now, Glendale 5-0 in conference play, 15-4 overall, as Joel Weiss in his fifth season has the Vaqueros playing some of their best basketball as of late. They've won 6 in a row and set themselves at top of the Western States Conference South standings. The Cougars 4-1, have won 4 in a row themselves under John Wismath, their first-year head coach, and again, playing some of their better basketball as of late. Beaten West LA the other night on the road 75-62 and beat Antelope Valley on the road by 10, 69-59. So both these teams playing very good right now. Both kind of middling of the pack in terms of points per game, 63 and 62 for Glendale and COC this year, 31st and 34th. But they've done a nice job holding opponents pretty low in ball games. When you look at Glendale, third best team in the state defensively, 49 points per game against this year. The Cougars 56.6 points per game against. That's 27th best in the state. So both kind of have been really good defensive teams. Glendale has been much better in terms of the numbers, and that's kind of where they've gotten the job done. They don't outscore your opponents. They don't really have a go-to scorer per se. They're very deep on the bench. Nobody averaging significant numbers. Pretty much everybody under 10 points a game this year on average, other than Miley Yamada, but everybody else around 8, 9, 10 points, just about there. So it's kind of a deep bench for Glendale. They use a lot of different bodies out there on the floor to try and pick up buckets and go to work. And it's really a defense that has gotten things going for them this year. On the other side for COC, talk about Glendale having a deep bench. The Cougars really the exact opposite. Monique Fables, April Towson there, and Natalie Satamian and Lulu Saloom, pretty much their big four this year. When you look at Saloom this season, 14th in the state in minutes. It's 641, 11th in minutes per game. She's top rebounder in the state defensively at 221, second best overall at 296, and she averages a double-double, 12 points and 16 rebounds. She's kind of the go-to for COC and John Wismath, as that's what they kind of rely on in terms of Lulu Saloom really being the one that gets things going. And she's been very good. When Fables is at her best, she averages 14 points a game, and then Towson and Satamian have added on nicely. We'll step aside for just a moment. We'll have the opening tip when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Welcome back into the Cougars Sports Network. Matt Robinson here with you as we get ready to go COC and Glendale women's basketball. Top two teams in the Western States Conference South getting ready to do battle. Starting lineups for both sides for the Glendale Vaqueros. Jency Cooper, Faith Bollinger, Hannah Trieu, Mali Yamada, and Tori De La Croix getting the start. For the Vaqueros, for COC, Monique Fables, Lulu Saloom, Jasmine Washington, Hannah Tolentino, and Natasha Sergic are the starters for the Cougars, as we've pretty much seen for most of the season for College of the Canyons. It's just waiting on the officials to get themselves out on the floor after the lineups, and we will have our opening tip here in just a moment. As Saloom and Bollinger tip it off. Bollinger going to win it, and we'll go to work. COC Glendale, big one here from the Cougar cage. Vaqueros in their road maroon jerseys, maroon numbers on white background. They go to work. Cougars in their white, attacking to our left as a three-pointer is good. Bollinger knocks it down. That's kind of what to expect from Glendale. They'll work for open looks. When they can get the likes of Yamada and Bollinger are both going, it can make it tough. Saloom rips down a board after a miss from COC. Got it out to Fables as the Cougars go back to work on the offensive side. Fables will slow things down. I think the Cougars want to play with a little less pace maybe today. Difference from what we usually see from COC. They generally are a paced team, but trying to maybe slow down the Vaqueros a little bit on the offensive side. As a couple of misses for COC, a couple of offensive boards, but then Saloom stepped out of play. The Glendale basketball. So the Cougars just not hitting here early on. And we've seen that before from COC here at home. The last time we saw it was actually against LA Valley. The Cougars had an awful start to the ball game. Ended up losing that game to LA Valley as a miss from 3 on the near side by Cooper. Rebound pulled down by COC. Fabless will bring it up the floor the other way for College of the Canyons. Fabless on the dribble to her right, will spin back to her left, guarded tightly out high, works off the screen, kicks Tolentino. Three-pointer on the way is good, and Hannah Tolentino is even the game at 3-all. Good shot from Tolentino to get us back to even. Tolentino, one of the ones for COC that has helped out quite a bit as the year has gone on and has been expected to provide a lot for COC this year. Only averages 9.5 a game as she pulls down the rebound, and the Cougars will go the other way. When she gets hot, she can be very dangerous on the offensive side. Here's Fabless with the basketball. She'll work off the screen of Washington. Tries to, off the screen of Sergey. Trying to get it back inside to her. Instead, he'll get it out to Saloom. Back across to Tolentino, guarded by Triu. She'll drive into the painted area, throws up a shot with the right hand. Hit off the rim, no good. Treyu with the board. Yamada back up the floor. The sophomore guard, Yamada, leading the team in points per game, averaging 10 in 26 minutes. They get it into the corner for Yamada. The 3 too strong off the back side of the iron. Picked up by Saloom, and she'll bring it back up the floor. Drives into the center lane. Kicked it back to Fabless, who will work around towards her left. Slow things up once again for COC. Just underway, 3-all. Each team with a 3-pointer to open the ball game. We're just a little bit outside of 3 minutes in. Tolentino a 3. That's an air ball. Missed it all. It's Glendale basketball. Fabless, little foul line jumper is good. Monique Fabless has her first bucket of the day. Cougars have themselves their first of the ball game at 5-3. I think the pace right now for COC, it favors you. You want to keep Bollinger off her game, and she puts one up, gets to the foul line. Kind of be a key for the Cougars going into the game today.
Personal foul against Natasha Sergey, her first team.
Sergey going to get called for the foul. So we'll get our first foul shots of the day. Boulanger, 69% foul shooter. Misses on both. So a 5-3 lead for COC as they go back to work with the basketball. Here's Fabless working to her left. Tolentino now instead drives and kicks back out to Fabless. She'll try to take Boulanger off the dribble, put up an elbow jumper that was no good. Rebound picked up by Washington, and she's going to be called for a double dribble. Kind of got bumped off the basketball. That forced her to put it back down on the floor. Glendale back to work with the basketball. Good ball movement. Delacroix, 3-pointer, no good. Saloom with the easy defensive rip. We'll bring it back up the floor to Fabless, who will work it into the front court and go to work on the offensive side. 5-3 in favor of College of the Canyons. The Cougars trying to extend their lead. The miss from Sergic. A rebound pulled down by Glendale, and they'll outlet quickly back up the floor. Delacroix trying to drive baseline. Forced to the baseline. Stepped out of play, and it's Cougar basketball. Here goes COC back to work offensively. Saloom, who's quiet here early on, misses on a foul line jumper. A rebound foul on COC. We'll give the ball back to Glendale, and the Vaqueros will go back to work.
Team second in this first quarter.
Yamada, three, good. Nice shot from Yamada. We talked about her already, averaging 10 points per game. Gives Glendale a 6-5 lead. Yamada out of Village Christian. Her season high 22 against Allen Hancock back in December. She's gotten to the line quite a bit this year, and she's really good on the assist to turnover ratio. She has an assist and a half per turnover so far this year. So low on the turnover numbers, high on the assist numbers. Faiblesse throws up a wild shot that doesn't fall. The Cougars go back up the floor the other way. He now with the basketball will work it near side. Cooper had it, got it up to Yamada. She drives inside of the paint, misses on a little jumper. Try to stop and pop and didn't get it to fall. So stay 6-5, a timeout as the Cougars come up the floor. 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Low scoring first quarter, 6-5. We'll take a timeout. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Congratulations, Monique.
Welcome back inside the Cougar cage as we go back to work. First quarter action, COC and Glendale here from College of the Canyons as the Cougars back with the basketball out of the timeout. Faiblesse will kick to Tolentino over Satamian. First time she's been in the game today. Misses on a three. Had way too much on it. Glendale back the other way off the board. Here come the Vaqueros working on the offensive side. Yamada with the basketball, working around towards Bollinger. She'll put it up top to Key. Now back over to Delgado into the game for the first time. They tried to get it into Yamada. She lost it. Got knocked down. The Cougars quickly on a transition try to go to work offensively. Saloom looking for her first bucket. No, but Faiblesse, the putback and the foul is there. And the Cougars back in front 7-6. And Monique Faiblesse will go to the line. Just the second foul, or third foul of the ball game, and Faiblesse, who's a 67% foul shooter, knocks it down. COC finds themselves back out in front by 2 at 7-6, or at 8-6. Good ball movement from Glendale. Vaqueros trying to get it inside. Delgado ran into the height of Tolentino, was able to get it back, and a three-pointer off the far side from Jency Cooper. And Glendale back out in front by 1, 9-8. Cougars trying to force it inside that time to Saloom. They will get it to her on a second opportunity, and Saloom has her first bucket. We continue to trade leads. 10-9 in favor of COC. In favor of COC as it went out off of Glendale, so the Cougars will go back to work, but they miss on an offensive opportunity. Yamada running back up the floor quickly. Glendale trying to recapture the lead. Bollinger, a three-pointer is good. Second three of the ball game for Bollinger, give her 12. It's 12-10 in favor of the Vaqueros as they're back out in front by 2. Already the fourth three of the ball game for Glendale, who, when we look at the numbers for the Vaqueros this year, shoot about 30% from 3, which is 20th best in the state. They average 26.5 threes per game as Bollinger. Another three-pointer, this time too much on it. Satamian the board, foul on the floor, gonna go against Jasmine Washington. So the Cougars got a miss and instead give the ball back.
Personal foul against College of the Canyons, Jasmine Washington, her first, team's third.
Goes against Washington, and Glendale back to work offensively. A 3, no good from Triu. The Cougars back up the floor, trying to get it back to 12 all at the least. Fabless driving, trying to draw a foul, didn't get the call. Back the other way comes Glendale off the miss. The Vaqueros go back to work, trying to stretch their lead to what would be the largest of the night at 4. Vaqueros going to play for the last shot here. Treyu trying to take Saloom off the dribble. Into the corner, three-pointer, Delgado, no good, off the front of the rim. Rebound got tipped out off of Glendale, so it'll be COC basketball, which Wismath wanted a foul, didn't get it. So instead, we'll leave 5 seconds on the clock here for COC. To try and work up the floor. That one swatted out on the inbound play, so we'll try it again. Miss. That'll end the first. 12-10 in favor of Glendale. Cougars and the Vaqueros here from the Cougar Cage. Second quarter action when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network.
For up-to-date records and information about COC women's basketball and all 17 Cougars athletic teams, including schedules, rosters, stats, game photos, and live stream links for home games, be sure to check out the College of the Canyons Athletics homepage at www.cocathletic.com.
Second quarter action here from the Cougar Cage, COC and Glendale. Glendale comes out after a miss on the offensive side and then a stop on the defensive side. Caitlin Key gets a bucket. That's a 4-point lead, 14-10. Caro's out in front here in the second quarter. We are just underway in the second as Saloom gets inside and puts one in. Saloom, her second bucket of the ball game. Neither team shooting the lights out of the building at the moment. Glendale 5 of 13, 38%. Cougars 5 of 20, just 20%. What's been a tight defensive battle here so far early on. Just 22 total points in that first quarter. Delgado tried the jump stop, kicked it back. Treyu with 3, too strong. Faiblesse an uncontested rebound. Cougars quickly back up the floor. Faiblesse into the paint, trying to get herself loose, had it blocked. Maybe stripped as she was going up. Glendale back to work on the offensive side. 3, doesn't fall. Rebound bounces off of a Glendale body and out of play. It'll be Cougar basketball.
Winner of the game for Glendale, number 4, Faith Boulanger, and number 33, Tori Delacroix. Forcing the foul is Glendale's number 3, Jesse Cooper.
So Jency Cooper going to pick up a foul.
Teams first in the second quarter.
Cougars back to work on the offensive side. Satamian will dump to Faiblesse. She'll work to her left. Into the corner, Satamian. Three-pointer on the way is good. First bucket of the day for Natalie Satamian. The Cougars back out in front, 15-14. So yet another lead change here early on in the ball game. Is this one we thought it was going to be a good one coming in. So far, it has lived up to those expectations. A defensive struggle, both teams with plenty of opportunities to pick up leads. As another look here, Delgado knocks down a 3. 17-15 in favor of Glendale. Delgado is dangerous downtown. 34% foul three-point shooter this year. Foul going to be called against Saloom.
Personal foul against Cougars, number 10, Ruby Saloom. Her first, team's first in the second quarter.
Cougars get a rebound off of a deep miss. They'll take their time bringing it back up the floor. Talking about Delgado, 34% from 3 this year. The average is 7.6. She comes off the bench. Plays about 20 minutes a game, but that just goes back to the depth of the Glendale squad. When you look, they haven't really had to use anybody for heavy minutes this year. Jency Cooper plays 27. Faith Bollinger plays 25. Caitlin Key, 24. Yamada, 26. Nobody else really in the 20s this year, but they can go deep into the bench. Make sure everybody has fresh legs for the deep stretches. Faiblesse. An 18-footer is good. We're even at 17 all. Neither team has been able to get on any sort of a run here. Ball game. Here's Delgado driving, trying to kick it back out to Yamada. It was partially tipped from when Yamada was able to get onto it. She'll work off her right. Had it swatted out of her hand by Faiblesse, who will pick it up. And the Cougars will try and go in transition. Faiblesse driving, stops, turn around, little jumper is good. Faiblesse starting to heat up. Give her another bucket in the ball game. She's got 9. The Cougars back out in front, 19-17. It's the 4-0 COC run. Bench fired up for COC, hollering for defense. We'll get a foul off the dribble. Delgado able to draw the foul against Washington. It's going to be the second on Washington. 18-17, COC in front. Each team has had multiple leads, but nothing larger than 4 in the ball game. McCraw driving, tried to kick it back out. Cooper able to get to it before it went across the timeline. Had to get Delgado to come over and help. Delgado, a little step back 3 over the top of Washington from deep is good. And Delgado gives Glendale back the lead, 20-19. Tammy puts it on the floor, working against Delgado. Delays, and there's a foul away from the basketball on the floor against Bollinger.
Now entered for Glendale, number 15, Sherlyn Legaspi, and number 5, Palin Key.
Substitutions, Legaspi and Key in for Glendale. And an offensive foul going to be called against Washington. It's going to be your third, so that's going to bring Zergic into the ball game with 4:52. So now you put Washington in foul trouble.
Entering for the Cougars, number 32, Natasha Sergic.
I'm going to foul away from the basketball. Actually, just a turnover on Glendale. The Cougars will get the ball right back. No harm, no foul. Nothing hurt as we go back to work. Saloon, little jumper that doesn't fall from about 8 feet. Glendale with the defensive rip will come back the other way. Craw with it, will try and stop it up. Got it to Legaspi, we'll get it to Cooper and back to Legaspi. She'll go to work on the offensive side. Cougars work it around in the corner, or excuse me, Vaqueros worked it around in the corner. Legaspi, a 3-pointer that didn't fall. COC back the other way onto the offensive side. The delay and once again slow things up. We talked about this might be the strategy from COC today, to kind of keep things at their own pace, kind of make sure it's slowed down, take their time. Travel going to be called against Sergic. Good ball movement by the Cougars that time, but Sergic just an extra step. Mata back into the ball game for Glendale. Faiblesse starting to heat up. Monique Faiblesse, she's got 11 now. That is not, if you're Glendale, what you want to see. You want to keep Faiblesse kind of struggling, and that's been kind of the up and down for COC this year at times. Between Faiblesse, Saloon, Satamian, they can all score, but they've had times where they've just struggled. One of them can get going, it starts to create openings for the other 2 or 3 out there. Right now, Faiblesse with 11 points to lead all scorers on the floor. Been out there the entirety of the game so far. Yamada, good deep 2, knocks it down. Nice shot from Yamada to make it 22-21. Back the other side, Saloon finds the bucket. Actually, it was Hannah Tolentino, excuse me. Cougars playing without, it looks like, April Townsend today. on the floor. You can actually see her on the bench with a boot on her right foot, so tough loss makes it even tougher on COC as Delgado slips into the lane, gets an easy bucket, make it 24-23. So trading leads, back and forward we go. 2 minutes to go here in the first. The Cougars turn it over. They ship it out of play. Vaqueros will go back to work after the substitution. Mata had a tough handle on it, nearly had it taken away, got it back, had it stripped from behind by Fabless. Cougars will try and run a fast break here. Saloom was ahead of everybody, but had to stop up and then draws the foul against Jency Cooper.
Personal foul against Glendale number 3, Jency Cooper. Your second person.
Second foul on Cooper. So the Cougars go back to work offensively here. Satamia driving, throws up a wild shot that hits the top of the glass, comes down, and Glendale back the other way offensively. Key kicks it out. Cooper, 3 from the wing, no good. Key able to pull down the offensive board, put it back up, missed it, got it again, put it up again. Maybe got smacked on the arm, but no foul was called. We go back the other way with 60 seconds to go here in the first half. 24-23. Cougars trailing Glendale at the moment, but it's been back and forward here in this second quarter. As Fabless, little floater in the lane, makes it 25-24. So we trade lead once again. Cooper now trying to regain the lead for Glendale. Strip, ball on the floor. Battle for it along the floor. Cooper able to get it out. Yamada will go to work. Officials letting him play here. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Yamada fouled. She'll get herself to the line.
Personal foul against the Cougars, number 1, Monique Fabulous. Her first, team's fourth.
Yamada 86% from the line. First was good, so we're even at 25 all. Second finds the mark as well. A timeout on the floor called by John Wismath. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. 26-25 in favor of Glendale. Well, folks, if you have an online business, local business, and you'd like to sponsor COC Athletics, we can help you out. Call 661-362-3491. You can promote your business at Cougar Stadium, Cougar Cage, COC Soccer Facility, or even here on the Cougar Sports Network. We can help you out. Again, 661-362-3491. We'd like to keep the lights on for COC's Cougar Sports Network for years to come. So if you have the means and would like to sponsor our events, we would be more than happy to help out. Cougars playing for the last shot here. 8 to work. Saloom working off the dribble with her left hand. Stops it up, sends it to Tolentino. She'll put up a 3 that's short. Fabless, the putback doesn't fall. And so Glendale will take a 26-25 lead into the halftime break. We'll take a timeout as well here on the Cougar Sports Network. COC Glendale when we come back. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit. 0 textbook cost class options and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Welcome back in the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready to go. Second half action, COC and Glendale. It was a good first half, 26-25. The Vaqueros out in front. The Cougars will have the ball to start the second half. The officials actually discussing something right now before we go into second half action. Not sure what it is. They've huddled up, so looks like they've solved whatever the discussion was, and we will go back to work. It'll be COC basketball as they start on the offensive side, moving to our right. Saloom misses on a short little jumper. Sergic with the offensive rebound, and then the foul on the putback attempt. She'll get herself to the line. Glendale shot 34% in the first, 9 of 26, 6 of 7 from 3. The Cougars 11 of 32, 34% in the first, 2 of 8 from 3. Megan Delgado with 8 leading the way for Glendale. For COC, Monique Fables with 13. Sergic misses on the first. Takes a look at the second. Second falls. And so we're even at 26 all, just a little over 30 seconds into this third quarter. Glendale with the basketball. Treyu trying to drive, kicks it over. Cooper, a three-pointer from the corner is short. Bounces off the top of the backboard and out of play. So it'll go back to COC. And the Cougars back to work on the offensive side. Satamian drawing the foul as she drives in. Gets herself to the line. Foul's going to be against Jency Cooper. Satamian misses the first, makes the second, splits the pair. The Cougars with a 27-26 lead. For Satamian's been a quiet start. Started off the bench. Just has 4 points in the ball game. Here's Cooper on the drive. Stops at the foul line. LaCroix now with it will work to her left. Dumps it off underneath. It bounces off of a Cougar and out of play. Then Satamian's hurt. I think she got cracked in the top of the head, maybe with an elbow or an arm. Official going to stop things and make sure that that's all right. We'll go back to work. Yamada inbounds. Cooper on the dribble. Into the paint. Couple of big steps. Sends it far side. Treyu, corner three. Good. Nice shot from Treyu. Her first bucket of the ball game. She was held scoreless, 0 for 3 in that first half. But gives Glendale a 29-27 lead. Satamian drops for Fables, working off the screen. Dumps it back, Satamian. Looks like she wants to drive instead. Dumps Sergic, will put it off the glass, no. Tolentino, the rebound and putback is there. Tolentino now with 7, we're even at 29 all. Low scoring game, pretty tight game defensively. Both sides done a good job on the glass. The rebounds are pretty close to even as maybe we would think. The Cougars 23, Glendale 15, but the defensive boards have been the story, 15 to 12 in favor of COC, or that's been where the evenness is. The difference has been on the offensive side. As Satamian driving and will draw the foul. She'll get herself to the line. 29 all, 7:27 to go here in the third quarter. Second trip to the line for Satamian today. Missed on 1 of 2 last time. Makes the first. Cougars back out in front by 1. Their largest lead has been 2. Glendale's largest has been 4. There's been not really any runs of any sort in this game, just little 4-0 runs, and that's been it. Both teams have been very even here. Yamada, good fake, put it on the floor, foul driving, and she'll go to the line. Yamada, who's a good enough foul shooter that Joel Weiss actually brings his entire team over to him to talk other than Yamada, and she knocks them both down, evens the game at 31 all without even a blink. And Glendale right back onto the defensive side. There's Saloom with the basketball, just 4 points in that first, had 7 rebounds though. She's been a rebound machine this year. She was 2 off the Cougars' all-time single-game record early in the year with 28. Hasn't quite gotten to that point again this year. Misses on that. Sergic did a good job to get the rebound, but then put up a shot that just missed. Glendale back the other way without giving up another offensive rebound into a bucket. Second chance points for the Cougars have not been tracked today, but I would say that a lot of their buckets today have come off those second chance opportunities. The Cougars with 9 offensive rebounds in the ballgame as Satamian pulls down the board. Got it to Fabless, who had a wonderful start in the first half, 6 of 12, 13 points in the first half. Sergic this time down low is good. Nice extra pass that time from COC. And they're back in front by 2, 33-31. Bollinger got a couple of early threes, but has quieted down since. Now Cooper sends it inside. Yamada didn't get it to fall, but gets herself to the line for a pair of shots. Foul goes against Saloom. Be her second. Saloom, Fabless, Tolentino have played all 24 minutes in the ballgame so far. Megan Delgado back into the game to take over for Delacroix. Yamada, who's been perfect from the line so far. 5 for 5, finds herself in double figures with 10 points. Give her 11. So Yamada again up over 10 in the ball game. Twelfth time this year Yamada's been in double figures this season. Satamian 3 is good. Cougars their largest lead now today, 36-33. Satamian knocks down a 3. All of a sudden she's got 9 points. Cougars find themselves out in front. Cooper, good pass. Delgado, wing 3 to tie, good. Nice shot from Delgado. She's got 3 triples in the ball game. She's got 11 points now. It's tied for the team lead in points. Cooper's get it inside Saloom. Back out Fabless. Little stop and pop from the elbow is short. Easy rebound, Yamada. Speeds it back ahead. Throws it trying to catch Bollinger and could not. And it's a turnover on Glendale off the fast break. Tolentino, three-pointer, no good, short. Long rebound finds Delgado. Yamada gonna run the floor again quickly. Dumps it off to Bollinger this time, but we'll get it back to Delgado. She's got nobody on her, a straightaway three, maybe just had too much time, missed it. But the offensive rebound pulled down by Cooper and a timeout called by Joel Weiss. We'll take a break as well. 36 all, 4:12 to go, third quarter, COC Glendale.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit. 0 textbook cost class options and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
(36-33), or 36 all, excuse me. It was 36-33. It's 36 all as we come back in. Bollinger misses. Foul gonna go against Saloom. It's gonna be her third. Bollinger makes both. So 38-36. Glendale back out in front by a pair. So the Cougars go back to work offensively. Saloom will dump for Faiblesse. Pressured, turns into a jumper, knocks it down. Boy, Monique Faiblesse is a pretty solid night. 7 of 14 now, shooting 50% from the floor with 15 points, is even the game at 38 all. So here's Treyu. Bollinger from the line, faked a shot, got around Washington, turned back to the inside and put it home. And the Cougars a poor inbound, but get lucky that it bounces off of Washington right to Monique Faiblesse. Bollinger starting to find her rhythm. She's got 10. 11th time for her in double figures this year. Here's Faiblesse, little stop and pop, no, but she's fouled and will get to the line. Faiblesse, 8 off her season high at the moment. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal in the ball game. Makes the first foul shot. Just ticking up that minutes per game number. Plays about 35 minutes a game this year on average. She's already at 27. Her Saloom and Tolentino have not been off the floor. Faiblesse splits them, so the Cougars trail by 1. 40-39. Yamada wanted to sprint ahead, but instead will slow things up, and Glendale will go to work offensively. Good shot that time from Treyu. And Glendale with a 4-point lead, 43-39. Tolentino back on the other side. Little dribble drive stop and a jumper is good. Tolentino now with 9. The Cougars back within 2. 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. Been tight. Nobody with a larger lead than 4 today. Bollinger misses. Saloom, the board. Faiblesse on the outlet will run it ahead. Wanted to go into the paint. Instead kicks it back. Tolentino. Now Satamian. She wants to drive. Back Tolentino. Three-pointer from the wing is good. Tolentino heating up from 3. And the Cougars back out in front by a point. 44-43. Good pass inside to Delgado. Had to work it back around. Bollinger with a three-pointer. Off the front of the rim, no. Cooper flying through for the rebound. And reset here for Glendale. Yamada will slow things up very smartly from the sophomore that time. Just kind of had a handout, so let's everybody settle down. Let's go back to work. Here's Cooper. She'll put up a three and knocks it down. Pure shot from Jency Cooper, who's been quiet so far today. It's her second bucket of the ball game. Cooper, who averages 8. Finds herself now with 6, and Glendale back out in front by 2. Tolentino for the lead. She's got it, a 1-point lead for COC. Inside of 50 seconds to go here in the third, 47-46. Treyu slips Washington. Cooper puts it on the floor, blocked by Satamian coming back to the ball, and then Satamian's fouled trying to keep a hold of it as her, Bollinger, and Cooper all got tied up. That'll be COC basketball. Foul gonna go against Cooper. That's the 4th foul on Cooper, so you put her on the bench for most of the 4th quarter now, I would imagine. This has been a rough night for her. And the Cougars with a 1-point lead, trying to extend it here in the 3rd quarter as we get ready for the 4th. Foul away from the ball, called against Delgado. Cougars are in the bonus, so they'll shoot a pair. And I believe it'll be Jasmine Washington to the line. And now the team's going to go to the benches. The official's going to huddle up. Went against Caitlin Key. Not sure if there was a timeout called on the floor. The officials just called the timeout. I think it's really just the officials discussing something here. That's indeed what it appears to be. I believe there was a technical, maybe there was a technical foul called on Glendale? Officials now talking to both John Wismath and Joel Weiss here. Or were there 2 I'm not sure. I'm speculating at this point. So Satamian's going to get a pair of shots here. Knocks down the first. 48-46. Makes the second. So a 3-point lead. And now Jasmine Washington, a pair of foul shots. So there must have been a somehow a pair of fouls. So a 3-point lead again for COC. Make it 4, largest of the night for the Cougars. 50-46. Washington misses on the second, so it'll stay at a 4-point lead. 50-46, 10 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Treyu dumps it to Yamada. Trying to slip Fabless. 2 seconds, wanted to throw it down low. It goes out off of COC with 1.1. So it'll stay with Glendale here. They'll get a chance to try and catch and shoot before the end of the 3rd quarter. Good job by Saloom that time. Yamada trying to get Bollinger free. And Saloom read it at the last second, swatted a handout, flipped it back out of play. They get it to Bollinger this time as she slips the defense. And it's a 2-point Cougar lead, 50-48 as we get ready for fourth quarter action. When we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Fourth quarter action, Glendale with the basketball, trailing by 2, 50-48 in favor of COC. A good one here, as we expected. Battle for first place in the Western States Conference South. Glendale with a 1-game lead at the moment. Trying to stretch it while the Cougars trying to get themselves head-to-head ahead of Glendale on the season. As a miss from Bollinger, a rebound, Saloom. 9 rebounds in the ballgame for Saloom, just 4 points for her, but has done so much more on the defensive side for COC. He's helped them out to a 2-point lead. Tolentino, who's got 15, lost the ball. Delgado fouled. It'll be Glendale basketball. Tolentino today with the 15. 6 off her season high of 21. Glendale back to work offensively. Treyu on the wing on the near side. Key will work it around to the far side. Treyu was wide open under the basket. Decided against a shot. Instead got it to Delgado, who gives Glendale the lead. Looked like an easy bucket for Treyu. Instead, she opted for the extra pass, and it worked into a 3-pointer. So Glendale back in front, 51-50. Washington a drive and a lay-in with the right hand. And we trade leads once again. Back and forward we go. 1-point ball game. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Delgado threw it away, but Treyu able to get it before it went out of play. She wants to work against Tolentino. Got it into the corner. Delgado, who's been good from 3 today, misses that time. Saloom had the board, but when she came down right on top of Caitlin Key. Luckily, the ball went out off of Key, and it'll be COC basketball. Talked about Delgado being hot. 4 of 7 from 3, 14 points. 5 of 10 from the floor. Her and Bollinger both 50% from the floor. For the Cougars, Faye Bless, 16 points on 7 of 14 shooting. Has done all that without a three-pointer made. Just 0 for 1 from 3, and then Tolentino was 16, 6 of 11 shooting. As Satamian driving didn't get it to fall. That one goes out off of Glendale. It'll be COC basketball. With 7:44 to go here in the fourth in a 1-point ball game. Possessions become ever more important as the game goes on here. Cougars will get it into Satamian. Satamian wanting to drive, dumps Tolentino. Guarded by Delgado, got it to Faye Bless. Working away from the Tolentino screen. Now we'll work back to her left. Gets it back to Tolentino on the near side. They continue to play catch. 10 to shoot for COC. Is Tolentino, or an offensive foul going to be called against Lulu Saloom, I believe. It's going to be her 4th. It's an unintentional foul on Saloom. She kind of just got tied up with Yamada and tripped her up. So Saloom will stay on the floor with 4 fouls. So now she has to be careful defending down inside the painted area here. Cooper, nice little fake move. Got around Washington easily. Back to a 1-point Glendale lead. Remember, Cooper with 4 fouls. Double dribble called against Tolentino. So Glendale a chance to try and push the lead up to at least 3 here. Tolentino called for a foul, so the Cougars now with 3 fouls. Tolentino with her 3rd. Glendale will inbound from in front of their bench. And Joel Weiss wants to talk about things here, so we'll take a timeout. 6:45 to go. Breakup coming. We'll take it as well.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
(53-52). Glendale leading COC. We continue on here in the 4th quarter. 6:45 to go. It'll be Glendale basketball out of the timeout. Team with 3 timeouts left. Yamada was loose behind the defense but couldn't handle the pass. Instead got it back, got it to Bollinger, who puts it off the glass and in. So back to a 3-point Glendale lead. Cougars slowing it down a little bit here. Working it inside. Washington runs into a double. Was tied up, and they're going to call a foul. It's going to go against Bollinger. It's going to be her 4th. So now Bollinger and Cooper both on the floor with 4 fouls. Saloom on the floor with 4 fouls for COC. Got it back to Washington. Wing 3 on the way, and the ball got stuck in the backboard. And can't play until we get the ball down here. Dylan Griffin coming out to help out. He was all excited about that. One of the Cougars men's basketball players. Of course, the men in action right after this. Dylan Griffin, always a smile on his face. The Cougars had a reset after the miss. Faiblesse driving. Little runner off the glass is good. Back to a 1-point ball game. Cooper going to be called for the offensive foul. That's going to be her 5th. So that sends Cooper to the bench. So end the day for Jency Cooper. Has had a quiet night, 3 of 8. 8 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, was fouled out of the ball game, closed the book on her. So 1-point game. Cougars get it inside Saloom. From the block, it's good. Over the top of Key. Saloom's been quiet today, just 6 points. 3 of 8 from the floor, but the Cougars back out in front by 1. Remember, Bollinger and Saloom, who are one-on-one pretty much all day today, both with 4 fouls. So that'll be an interesting match as we continue on here. Bollinger, inside the three-point line with 8 to shoot. Wants to put it on the floor against Saloom. Stops at the foul line, takes a jumper that's pure. What a nice shot from Faith Bollinger, the sophomore forward, just falling back, a little baby fade. Back in front, Glendale by 1. There's Faye Bless. Saloom asking for it. She has Key on her. And Saloom has a bit of a height advantage on Key. A little turnaround jumper is good from Saloom. She's starting to find her stroke. Likes the matchup down low against Caitlin Key. Back-to-back buckets for her. It's back to 1-point Canyons lead, 58-57, 4:23 to go. There's Delgado working against Satamian, driving, reach foul called against Satamian. Gonna put Delgado to the line. Gonna be the first foul against Satamian. Actually, I don't think that's actually the 4th foul on COC. I thought it was the 5th, but it's only the 4th. So the next one will put Glendale to the line for the remainder of the ball game. As they get it inside. Bollinger, a good mismatch against Faye Bless, missed and then got fouled after she picked up the rebound. So now Bollinger will go to the line. Faye Bless picks up her 2nd. Bollinger, 69% foul shooter. Again, Joel Weiss brings his entire lineup to the sideline to talk while Bollinger's at the line shooting foul shots. She evens it up at 58 all. Makes them both, and Glendale back out in front by 1. We'll get a timeout on the floor. 59-58, 4:09 to go. Each team with a few timeouts remaining. Canyons with 2, Glendale with 3. It's been a good one, folks. Back and forward, up and down, trading leads left and right. Largest lead of the ball game for either side has been 4. Third quarter, or in the 4th quarter alone, there's been 8 lead changes. So just talk about back and forward in this one. Either team has been able to gain a big advantage as we go with 4 minutes left in a 1-point game. Faye Bless, who's been quiet here in the second, just 1 second-half bucket. Got it to Washington, a deep 2 is good. And the Cougars back out in front by 1. Washington now with 5 points, a nice little addition. Cougars back out in front by 1. Bollinger's pass tipped. Delgado will pick it back up. She'll slow things up a little bit. 10 to go on the shot clock. Delgado wanted to drive against Satamian, just probes. Now backs it off. Now tried to drive, lost the ball. Satamian picked it back up and then fouled trying to come up the floor by Delgado. Good work by Satamian that time as the Cougars get the takeaway with a 1-point lead and 3:23 to go. Bring it back in. Just about as good as we can ask for in this one. Expected a tight game, and we're getting one. And a 1-point lead for COC. Faiblesse's inlet pass to Saloom picked off. Good job by Caitlin Key that time to step out in front. So a turnover back the other way. Here's Yamada. Faiblesse just takes it right out of her hand. She'll run it back the other way, has Saloom trailing with her. Gets around. Yamada was blocked by Bollinger. A tie-up down low. Possession arrow with COC. So the Cougars will keep control here. So actually the possession arrow was with Glendale. So the arrow now goes to COC. Table had it wrong, so 2:45, Glendale back to work with the basketball. Yamada drives, misses on what would have been an easy lay-in. Cougars back the other way in transition. Tolentino, an air ball miss. A foul on Washington, her fourth. Bollinger uncomfortable, got shoved in the back on the miss. Washington coming off the floor, Sergic coming back in. So that puts, it was actually Treyu that was fouled, so that puts Treyu at the line for a pair. .44% foul shooter this year. She knocks down the first and evens it at 60 all. Caitlin Key back at the table to try and check in. Treyu makes them both. He will check in to take over for Delgado. So again, we trade leads, 61-60. Faiblesse driving. Tried to lay it in, no. Sergic got the rebound, went up, got tied up, and it's a jump ball possession with COC. Their offensive board for the Cougars. 12 of them in the ball game as Saloom has a double-double, 10 and 10 now. Gives the Cougars back a 1-point lead for Saloom, her 14th double-double of the year. Her 19th game of the season. And then on the other side, Glendale with another big shot to take a 1-point lead. That one hangs on the rim and falls for Canyons. So we continue to trade leads. Saloom with back-to-back buckets. Timeout called by Joel Weiss. It's a full timeout. 1:27 to go, 64-63. We'll hang right here with you. When we look at the numbers for Saloom, seven straight double-doubles, 8 in her last 9, which is just a ridiculous stat line as she's got 12 and 10 here in the ball game. For Bollinger, 20 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, a block, and 2 steals, leading the way for Glendale. Then Delgado with 14 on 4 of 8, shooting from 3. Ellie Yamada, 11 points. And then Cooper and Treyu each with 8 for the Cougars. Faiblesse, 18 on 8 of 17 shooting. Has only taken 1 3-pointer in the ball game. Leads the way for COC. Has 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Tolentino with 15, 3 of 7 from 3, 6 of 12 from the floor. And then, of course, talked about Saloom, 12 and 10. Satamian with 11 and 4 on 2 of 3 shooting from 3, 2 of 5 from the floor, but she's been to the line 6 times today and has made 5 of the 6 foul shots. So it's a 1-point Canyons lead. 83 seconds to go in the ball game as it's 1:27 on the clock. It's Yamada with the ball. Got it over to Delacroix. Back to Yamada, who will take her time. Glendale using the full shot clock here. Yamada trying to drive, throws up a wild shot, doesn't fall. Foul gonna go, I believe, against Fabless. Yes, it is. It's gonna be her 3rd. Gonna put Yamada, who has been solid from the line today, is yet to miss 6 for 6 at the stripe to try and give Glendale a 1-point lead. Yamada, who's 7 for 7 from the line. The tape job on the right hand has got heavier as the day has gone on. It was just wrist tape in the first half, and now it's moved up to the thumb. More of the hand, but not affecting her shooting on that right hand. Is Glendale back with a 1-point lead? 1:10 to go. 1-point game. Long way to go here with a minute left. Fabless taking her time, working to the near wing. Got it to Saloon. Faced up against Bollinger, got it to Tolentino. Tolentino blocked by Bollinger, who's able to keep it in play. Delacroix picked it up, got it to Yamada. Now the Cougars got to get a stop on defense, trailing by 1. As Bollinger, a presence on the inside, give her 2 blocks in the ball game with that one. Sustains the lead. Delacroix wanting to drive. Got it back Delgado. Delgado dumping it. Yamada, 7 to shoot, wanting to drive. Cougars just kind of part ways, but she missed on the layup. Easy rebound for Saloom, and the Cougars can play for the last shot as the shot clock is off. 20 seconds to go. Fabless brings it up the floor. 15 left in the ball game. Inside Saloom, working against Bollinger. Foul line, jumper is good, and the foul. It's a 1-point Canyons lead. Bollinger is fouled out of the ball game. That's her 5th. Saloom with a big shot in the big spot and has a chance to go to the line at 83%. Would be just her first trip to the line today. One of the best foul shooters in California this year. Number 7 in foul shooting percentage this season. A chance to give the Cougars a 2-point lead with 9.4 to go. As Joel Weiss wants to talk about things, calls a timeout as the Cougars fired up. Saloom over at the bench, and mind you, she has played all 40 minutes in the ball game. Her, Tolentino, and Fabless have been on the floor the entirety tonight. You've got to figure for Saloom, tired legs late, but able to knock that one down. Has a chance to make it a 2-point lead. The discussion here from John Wismath has got to be, we got to get back quickly on defense. I would imagine Joel Weiss would call maybe one more timeout on a make. He's got 1 timeout left. For the Cougars, I don't think you want a timeout. You want to make them run back up the floor here. So Saloom to the line with 9.4. Misses. The rebound comes off Glendale and out of play off Glendale. It's Canyons ball with 7.6. So Saloom, who's one of the best foul shooters in the state, misses on the foul shot. It works out in COC's favor. And John Wismath calls a timeout in a 1-point game to talk about the inbound play. No fouls to give here from Glendale. You've got to imagine that the Cougars want to get it into Saloom, I would say, as she's been the go-to for most of the year, especially getting to the line, thinking Glendale's going to try and foul quick. So 7.6. After that big shot from Saloom with 9.4, the Cougars catch a break off the miss and have the basketball back. They'll inbound from the baseline underneath the Glendale basket. Saloom will actually bring it into play. She'll be the one making the inbound pass. Needs to throw it in, throws it up. Faiblesse comes down with it, dribbles out of some trouble, then gets fouled by Delgado. So Faiblesse will go to the line. That was a dangerous inbound play from Saloom. Faiblesse maybe saves it with 5.6, gets herself to the line for a pair of shots. Faiblesse, 67% from the line on the year, 2 of 3 on the day. I'll make at least one of these, try and make it tough on Glendale. The first one falls, hit off the back of the rim, the backboard, and then fell in. So a 2-point lead, a chance to make it a 3-point lead with 5.6. Makes them both. 3-point lead, 68-65. Timeout on the floor. Called by Joel Weiss and Glendale. Want to talk about it as they got to come up with a good play, a quick play for an open 3. I would imagine Delgado is probably the one they're going to try and run something for, as she has been the 3-point shooter today for them, 4 of 8 from beyond. What has been a really, really good ball game. We knew it was going to be one coming in. You're looking at 2 teams this year. Double-digit wins. The Cougars 10-8, 4-1 in conference. Glendale 15-4, 19th. The number 19 team in the state of California coming into today, according to the 3C2A. Vaqueros 5-0 in conference play, 5-2 on the road. The Cougars just 3-1 here at home. You're talking about a 6-game winning streak for Glendale on the line, a 4-game winning streak on the line for Canyons. And the winner puts themselves in the driver's seat in the Western States Conference South. So the Cougars trailing by a game to Glendale in the standings right now. We'll play one more time this year, so that'll be on February 15th, the final game of the year for COC at Glendale. As Yamada gets it into the corner. Delgado, a 3 to tie. No. Rebound loose. Glendale puts it back, but the Cougars going to take an 68-67 victory over Glendale, upsetting the number 19 team in the state thanks to a big shot from Lulu Saloom and 2 big foul shots from Monique Faiblesse late in the ball game. The Cougars take it 68-67. They stretch their win streak to 5. They improve to 5-1 in conference play. For the Vaqueros, they fall to 5-1 and find themselves percentage points behind Glendale, or behind Canyons, in the Western States South standings. Remember, they'll meet again one more time this year on February 15th. Circle your calendars for that one. Final game of the year for the Cougars. Second to last game of the year for Glendale, so that'll be a big one. Coming down the stretch, but the Cougars take it 68-67. They pick up the win. Men's basketball action when we come back on the other side here on the Cougar Sports Network. Make sure you switch over.